Exploration is something we're meant to do. Matrix of fixed dreams. That's this shit. Clearing paths along the way, releasing the brakes. The wheel is. I'm gonna kind of go do that again. All is well, free from the cell. Was locked in hell, but I'd rather not kiss and tell. Swerving donuts on the pavement, bending rules to rectify middle fingers up high. Twist up, get faded. Walls are breaking down, all this bullshit that's around. Tumbles but not making any sound, standing ground. In crooked times we find ourselves asking for signs, pouring down, find us wine, just as smoothly we decline. Create a different scene, rise in a new form. Shake off the debris that's left from the storm. Take more than one for the team and navigate, giving tributes to the unseen. Congratulate. Clearing paths, releasing the brakes, and the wheel is ablaze. Seasons change, can't escape. Clearing paths along the way, release the brakes, the wheel stuck under pressure, but it can't measure all the change. I had to feel clammed in this place is not a game. Deep beneath the shifting tees, but not at ease. To the degree, disgusting the way to leaves. Destruction and degrade. Investing that will cost. To replenish is diminished. Time is almost lost. I will take this chance and look ahead for better days. Close that lid to Pandora's box ashtray. Picking ashes to ashes and dust on top of trust. Believe the lust of the third while fifth is going up. Matrix of fixed dreams, mazing your way through. I know that shit sound raggedy, but I don't care. Releasing the brakes and shine brighter from within. Sun behold the soul beginning to the end. Heat up our forces cold. Confusion was the state of mind, unconscious trend. Fire growing out of control now. Phoenix has risen. Key to is that you must believe. Claim what's yours. Remove that bullshit out your space. Close the door. Transforming silence. Adjust the silence when snooze and you lose. If you choose, release the omen. What's up, people? I'm just waiting on y'all to come in. What's up, bruh? What's up, Pink Panther? What's going on with you? Welcome in. I'm waiting on them to come on in, so I'm just chilling right now. I'm getting it up, getting it ready and up, going up, going up, going up. Hey, Melissa, what's up with you? Welcome in, Melissa. Oh, well, you a whole nigga too, but you talking like that, you a whole nigga. I know I'm a nigger. What are you, bitch? Y'all stupid as fuck. And the fact that you still do that shit show how lame you is. Damn, it's Starseed season. Y'all still on that nigger shit? Answer the calling to the truth of my ambitions. Keeping eyes on the prize. A winner can't stand to lose. Cocky attitude, but all around a cool ass dude. Look to pay my dues. I'm showing up the least confused. Though I marvel at the sight of you shaking out your shoes. With that bomb ass killer choke. Never let go. Not before I release my smoke. Blow it out slowly, making sure that you catch that dope. As levels fall into place with style and grace, create a flow within the twitch of lines upon your face. Magnetic sparks strike from darkness into light. 24s on 1440 transfers the days to night. How's your favorite song? You know that song? Who sang that song? Thank you, G. Thank you, and welcome in, G. I ain't worried about them. Thank you, Pink. But if you know that song, who sang that song? Killing them slowly, burning egos overweight with pride when you should let it go. No one will ever know. Feeling the pressure of the temperature as it rises. Deeper conception lost in the wind. Caught you by surprise. Piece of me for me. Nah, baby. That's my song, sweet. It ain't even mastered, honey. So I don't even know who Latika is, but if you want to call me him or her, that's okay, because that's my shit. But anyway, okay. Close measurements of my chemistry. Your candles glowing dim, mine's immortal to the flame. Been keeping to myself, isolated. Holding it down, remaining faded just to watch my tone. I'd rather be left alone. Show you that I give two fucks about the stories that you tell. But you know what? Like, gee, I gotta say something about that nigga shit. The only reason that kind of touched my spirit, it ain't even got nothing to do with the fact that they said it. It's because look how old that shit is. Look how old that shit is. Look how old people that's moving in that racism type way. You know, and not and so caught up in it to the point to where they don't realize that that's a distraction from the real truth about things. Oh, I don't know. Latika is a guy. How saying the song? No, that's my song, honey. What's the name of the song? That's my song. I wrote that shit myself. You can literally go to my SoundCloud and look at it. So I don't know who Latika. I don't know. I ain't never even heard of them. But thank you for letting me know. I don't know, ransom. I don't know. You done threw me all the way off, honey. You like for real, no lie, you done threw me off. We still waiting on people to come up in here though, so it's not gonna be probably many up in here, but I'm looking for certain people to come in before we get going. So I'm just chilling right now, G. So we just chilling. Thank you for pulling up though. And Pink Panther, nice to meet you. Welcome in. If this is your first time coming in, I usually do really good readings and all of that stuff. Yeah, but tonight I'm just chilling and we're doing some tea time. We're gonna be talking about some real shit. And so I think y'all should pull up in and chill with us, laugh with us, get serious with us, get back funny with us, however, whatever the fuck we doing. I might even throw a couple of cards out before I do. Put the song Ransom. Let me see what you're talking about because you serious. Is it anything like that? I can't be. Let me see. My damn piercing got stuck. Let me see. Give me a second. And there go little tickle right there. You ain't lying. Who is this person? I can't play it long. As a matter of fact, I can't play it like that because I don't know. This ain't monetizing. I don't even know. I'll let it monetize while it's live, but I'm gonna cut that back off. They gonna before they cancel it anyway. So let me see who Latika is. Yeah, they trying to send me to Amazon. Hold on. Oh, that's Amazon Music. No, here you go. I got it. Let's see. Two totally different songs. Now, if you listen to my words, I got black, I got white. Girl, bye. I mean, I ain't trying to say girl bye like that, but you can clearly tell the totally difference from that song and that song. So I mean, the beats do have a. I can see what you're saying with the beat, maybe, but no, like no, ain't nothing in that song sound like nothing I said. You are 9. You need to leave. You need to leave, Pink Panther. That's 9. get in my back. I do it. From bottoms up, climbing through with ammunition. Answer the calling to the truth. You gotta go. Keeping eyes on the prize. Put them in time out. We're gonna do 24 hours. You can come back. I probably won't be here. At the sight of you shaking out your shoes. The fuck? I don't care if he was lying or not. I don't care if he was 9 or not. I don't care if he was lying if he was 9. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just know that what? All of that was weird as fuck. To me. I'm waiting on everybody to come in that was in earlier today, and then once I see all of them here are coming in, then I'll go ahead and we're gonna get started. My tea, this might give me a time to make some more tea. My tea didn't, I don't know, it did something. It's kind of weird. Hold on real quick. Keeping an eye on the prize. Hey, winner can't stand a new cocky attitude, but all around the last two. Look to pay my dues. I'm showing up till he's confused. Ooh. All right. My mouth watering. Hold on. Zeke, you can't eat this. And I'll fuck around and drop it. You know, I cut up some lemons, and while I was trying to get my tea ready and redoing the tea, because I don't know, maybe it was that water, but redoing the tea and walking past the lemons, my mouth started watering. Something like, I don't know if anybody else but me put salt on their lemons. Like, why would you want it extra? But shit good to me. My mouth watering so bad. I wonder what it'll taste like with that stuff on it that you was talking about earlier. All right. Anyway, for now, kind of. Never let go. Not before I release my smoke. Blow it out slowly, making sure that you catch that tone. This levels fall into place with style and grace. Create a flow within the twitch of lines upon your face. Magnetic sparks strike from darkness. Waiting on them to come in. Killing them slowly, burning egos overweight with pride. But yeah, that's the only thing that kind of tipped me off a little bit, because it's like y'all old as fuck coming in here. Not old like in age. Hey, Ebony, waiting on you. It's like, I understand a troll is gonna be a troll. I get it. But to have enough, it's like to have that, it really just speaks. No, you ain't late. We really just getting started, literally. You are not late. So, you know, and we still waiting on people. Like, I'm still waiting on Enchanted. She'll be in here in a second. You know, but the thing is like, why? Yeah, it seems like the louder, the more I cut it down, the louder it seems to me. For some reason, backwards. Weird. It's still doing it to my ears. Like, the more I cut it down, the louder it seems in my ear. It's weird. It's backwards. I don't know what that means. But why comments like what's wrong with your vibration to where you feel like you got to stay in that type of melodramatic way with yourself? You know, These days, you better off coming in saying demon than nigger, you know? you probably piss a person off faster by calling them a demon than calling them a nigger, you know? I'm just saying. If y'all gonna make somebody mad, make it make sense. I'm not even a whole nigger. Like damn, fuck you mean. If you want to know, I'm actually Cherokee and I was finna say Creole because my daddy from Louisiana on that real shit, but actually I am Creole. What the fuck kind of what? Like I just okay. My brain still scattered, y'all, but I did eat. So just so y'all know, I did eat. But yeah, you better off these days calling a person a demon to piss them off than to call them a nigger. Like shit. You got your tea, Ebony? Why is that so good? Right. Because either you know you is or you ain't. You half the time having these people that like just because a person look, it ain't trying to be funny. Like if you want to go call, if you white, excuse me for being, really fuckery on some blunt fuckery shit right now. But if you're white and you want to step in a person of color's room and call them a nigger, why don't you go find one of the white people who love to be black? Why don't you go find one of the white people who try to deal with black people or try to be like black people and I want to say I'm 1%, not trying to be funny, like I say. I'm a little fucker. It's on the fuckery though. We are talking at tea. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, if you gonna do that, go fuck with your own people that's trying to be us. Don't go fuck with us. Like, why? Go fuck with your own people that's trying to be like us. The fuck? Nigger? What is a nigger? Oh, girl. You missed that part. So when I came in, you know how they do the little trolling. Some chick came in here named Melissa. Hey, Enchanted. Girl, I ain't finna say get behind me. Say, I ain't finna say that. Girl, I'm a challenger. I like challenges. Fuck you mean? I'm good. I'm gonna deal with them. I don't have to tell them. Get behind me. It's confront me right here, bitch. But what they ain't finna do is do it to my face. People that do all of that, them the weakest people on the fucking planet to me. Swear to God. So I ain't even worried about them people. Them people depressed at home, probably really, really funky. Cause they ain't had no fucking bath because they sit on YouTube and other shit trolling people, seeing who they can piss off because they so mad at themselves and hurt by themselves, all by themselves. Like I say, probably coochie stank, dick probably about to fall off. Ain't no telling. And it become yeah, and it become and them the niggers. You know what I'm saying? That's the nigger. The fuck you talking about? Hold on, y'all. That's crazy. I can't put this right here, like my mouth. I'm fucking around and I got 2 minutes. Maybe I need to clean. Maybe I'm cleaning something out of my system. I'm detoxing something because these lemons is really good right now. I'm still fixing my tea though. Enchanted. Yeah, they do simmer down quick, but it's I don't know. It's cute to be because it's like you're bored. You ain't, but it's sad at the same time because it kind of you come in with that energy and show people where you are when you're alone. You know what I'm saying? I had to restart mine because mine had a weird taste to it. So I just pulled it out and put another pot on. So, hey Nathan, right. You right on the money. I like Nathan, y'all. Y'all say hey to Nathan. I like Nathan. I like when people come in and talk their talk. Right. Because it's not even about the like these days. That's why I say when people it don't and it don't matter what fucking color it is because I've seen Hispanics do it. I've seen a lot of people just I've seen Africans. I've been treated by African like who fuck you think? Made me like you know what I'm saying? I'm like okay, London in the building. That's what's up. London in the building. Yeah, but see, it's funny because, like I say, and like he said, it's people that just, but it's crazy because, like I said, you better off calling a person a demon these days to piss them off than a nigga. You know, like what is a nigga? What is that? Just because a lot of the people that they formatted, look at the ones who gave them that name. Who are they? But I ain't trying to get into all that because this is actually crystal. Like this is the crystal age, man. Let me. If y'all don't know nothing about that, go. I don't know. I can't say Google it because I got to be honest. It came to me in spirit, and I thought I was tripping, so I waited like 2 days after I said it, and then I Googled it to see if anything was gonna come up about it because I was like the crystal age, and it was. Excuse me, the spaghetti. The only thing that came up was a book about it, and it was like a book that was made. Yeah, and that's the thing because they can't. Half of them type of people wouldn't. Shit, it's like not trying to be funny, but it's like a. And I'm gonna say this because where I'm from, I remember they had a thing where the Ku Klux Klan was walking across the bridge. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. But and then it's like, then the police didn't bother them at all. But then shit, the word got back to the block, that this shit was happening right up the street. So you don't think the block got hot? The block got hot. And so while they was up there on one side of the road, the Ku Klux Klan standing there, out of nowhere, they just felt like they wanted to do it on a Sunday. It's just let's do it on a Sunday. And so here come the black folks. So the people of color, because everybody ain't black. Everybody ain't. Just because you got a certain skin color does not necessarily mean you're that certain race. Y'all are stupid as hell to think that. So but they went up there, you know how fast the police came? The police and was worried about the black people doing something. They was ready to get on the black people. And it was kind of weird to me because I was like, damn, that's fucked up because these same people, it's sad that they gotta wear these sheets because they know damn well they finna go to work and be cool with these motherfuckers the next. What's the point? Half of y'all probably getting a ride from them. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, y'all doing stuff like that. Not talking about y'all listening people like this. I'm just saying that's how it was with that shit. I look at it as a distraction. That's what people do. They do that to distract you from, and that's the system. I don't know why I'm steady looking at her. Like she really standing out to me for some reason. Huh. She's so pretty. But yo, that's some bullshit. So okay, we got Enchanted in here. We got Ebony in here. G Les you in here. We are the ones that was talking earlier, right? So we get going? Or are we waiting on the teas? If y'all waiting on my tea, we can go and get started. I'll get mine. Yeah, where everybody go? So Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. Question. Did y'all get those links I sent you? I sent you one. I sent G Les one, and I sent In Channel. I only sent y'all two one. It's links. And the reason I sent them was because I wanted to see if either one of y'all wanted to try it. Just to see if it could how it works because I've never went live together with anybody. And also I sent it, and you can, and like G, you can let it be known, in the chat, like if you want to go live, just say something, and if they do, let me know. Of course, I'll say something, and either one of y'all, if y'all want, y'all can post that link, cause I can't post it. That's why I sent it to y'all. I realized the last time I tried to do it wasn't happening, so I'm trying another way now. Okay, good. Yeah, I just wanna see if it how it works because I mean if y'all wanna go live and talk, that's fine. If you wanna go live and not be seen, that's fine. If you just wanna come, pop on and just show me that it can work and go back off, help a nigga. Now I'm a nigga. Fuck. Yeah. That's the pure reason why that song. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
it.
Oh, let's pop shit. Yeah. Got one. We got it. We got it. We got it. Okay. So y'all, we
Hold
got
on.
enchanted in the building. She on that thing. She on that thing. She's so pretty.
Okay.
And she got a dimple. Y'all see it?
That's some funny sleeping. Can
The
you
baby
hear me?
sleeping.
I
Hmm.
can't hear nothing.
I can hear you. Hold on.
Oh no, I had to turn up. I had to turn up my volume.
Got you. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, girl. Pull up to my bumper. Look, I'm finna hold on, I'm finna do this on my
it's
computer too,
like,
so I can be able to see you really good too. I want to see what's happening. Like, what's happening?
oops, mother of all goodness.
I'm excited, cause actually now you ain't gotta type. We can talk about this,
Damn, I look horrible.
girl. You look good, natural self. Look at you. You better go. Look at that hair. I'm gonna come cut all
I
that
know,
shit off. You gonna be
right? Oh
seeing
wait,
me
let me show
too.
you. So here, right here, let me,
Mm-hmm.
where I was telling you about the Good. I'm glad the cinnamon tea worked. Um, the castor oil
Yeah.
here. This was all thinning, and I took castor oil and I just rubbed it all in there like every day. Thank
Right.
you. Love you guys.
Ain't that
And I rubbed it in there, and
something?
look, this looks like nothing was ever.
No, it look good. I'm talking about your edges is
Hmm.
laid. You hear me? Your
You
edges is
know,
beautiful.
good. Look, look,
You
look,
got
but
some
let me tell
pretty
you though.
hair. I
Thank
could
you.
have been
Listen.
around you. I'll be there looking like Delilah. Talking about. We all woke up. I'm trying to twist that shit in my head. Playing with me.
Listen. I be mad because I try to put bonnets on and keep bonnets on my head,
Yeah. You need a big bonnet.
and I have a big bonnet. They don't stay on.
They
Let me
don't.
get my water bottle. Mm-mm. They don't stay on.
Let me make sure this pause and get down
Okay,
so
let
I
me
can make
boil
sure this
my
up on the
tea
screen
then.
good. That'll work just fine. So it works. So now I see how it works because all you when you whatever you did, all I had it came up add or reject or something like that.
Right. Okay, right, because it said you sent me the link, I read it. It said YouTube join together. I said, oh, okay, well let's do it now. Let's see, let's see.
Yeah,
And I clicked it and there was no issue.
bad.
Put my water on.
Okay. I think look, Zeke trying to hear you. Zeke is like, who is that woman? I can't hear her.
Vicky! Hello, my Vicky! How you doing, Vicky, baby? I see you. Oh,
He
you
made him
scratching?
sit.
Hold
Oh, he's stretching. Okay. He was Zeke been knocked out the whole time up until he started hearing your voice and he climbed off the couch walking around like, who is that? Where is she? Now he's meddling. Y'all,
Listen, you know what's crazy? How
what?
about I put on a, hold on. I put a bandana on first, and I put the bonnet on, and it still don't stay.
Really?
I put on three bonnets.
Hell
A
no.
small one, a bigger one, and then another bigger one, and they still don't stay.
You know what you're gonna have to put on?
I'm gonna have to cut this shit off.
No, you just need to cut up your ass a raggedy shirt.
I got one better. I ain't gotta cut it. Watch. Hold on, I'll be
Go
right
ahead.
back.
You
Get
said
that. Hold on. Hold on.
she said you got to use a rag. Hold on, something tight and hold it. She said nothing to her. Okay, hear that. She got
Hell no, that shit be gone. Hold on. Look, look,
that's what
look,
I'm trying to. Hey, that's my hair goal, y'all.
look,
That is
look,
my
look.
hair
Me
goal.
too. Look, my hair grows for my hair to get a whole lot thicker. Hold on. Look, a shirt. Watch.
And she's tying it like a motherfucker too, like, bruh. And it's sliding right off.
You see it, right? You see this? Look, 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 look. Look, shit just popped right off my head.
It seemed like right up in there. That's when you should take a bandana and just put it around the edge or something. I don't know.
Hold on. Like, it came right off.
Got me up here trying to figure it out.
I
Shit.
know, right?
So if you did
There
that
it is.
like that, then you can take once you got that tied, can't you take like a bandana and go just like around it like this? And then, kind of around the rim of it to kind of it's gonna come off.
The
It
same way
just
this just slid back.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. The same way that this slipped right off my head. I look like
You
an
got some
Amish.
real fine hair.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to my Amish cooking channel.
No, she shall never cut them. I'm talking about look, she cut them,
Oh
I'm
yeah, no,
cutting
I'm
them.
not. Listen, if I cut my hair, I would be slapped down by God so fast.
That'll be the kind of hair you cut, that'll wake me up out my sleep. Like, what just happened? I felt that shit.
So
Cause
you know how I mentioned cutting the hair, right? Whenever I got out of a relationship, the first thing I did was snip off my dead ends.
mm,
Salt,
yep.
sea salt, and my tea.
What's that again?
Sea salt, Himalayan sea salt.
Oh yeah, that's the shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Put it in my tea water.
You put it in your tea water for what?
Sea salt's good for you. Himalayan sea salt's good for you. This pink sea salt. And
Let's show
I don't
y'all
know
how
how
it's
great
done,
it
man.
is.
I sit here and fuck these lemons up and didn't even know it.
Oh, see, look, I got this. Look, this is Tazo tea. You ever seen this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, this has hibiscus, licorice, which I can't stand, orange
I
peel,
hate
cinnamon,
licorice.
rose hips. I can't stand anise because it tastes just like it. This has all the flowers I told you in it,
Mm.
except for mint. It's got
Okay.
the elderberry, the hibiscus, lemongrass, rose hips, cinnamon, orange peel, licorice root, citric acid, and natural flavors.
Wow. So where do you get it from?
Tazo, Tazo. Most supermarkets have it.
I ain't
The
never heard.
bougie supermarket.
The only
Ooh.
bougie supermarkets I know about is like Public. Or hold on.
They may have it. I don't know.
You might need to
It
send me a
smells.
picture of that on my messenger so I can show it to
Oh
you.
yeah, cool. It's TAVO. They have a couple of different ones.
Y'all make mental notes.
Yeah. Ooh, I'll be right back. I got one more thing I gotta put in my tea. Oh wait, let me tell you something else I have.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
That's that real honey. What's that name of it? Some honey. What type? That's some different type of honey.
Functional mushroom.
That's a mushroom. Mushroom honey.
Yep.
Can you get
It's
high off
cordyceps.
of
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
it? You know I'm slow.
Every time I tell people I drink mushroom tea, everybody's like, "You drink mushrooms? What happened?" I'm
Right.
like, "No, bro. No, no.
You
I
know,
wish, but
it's so
no."
funny though.
This is cordyceps, lion's mane, turkey tail, chaga, reishi, and shiitake. Cordyceps is for energy and endurance.
Right.
Lion's mane is for focus and brain fuel. I need that shit. Turkey tail is for immunity and gut health. Chaga is for detoxify and balance. Reishi is for anti-stress and calm. Shiitake is for skin health and growth. Okay, so let me tell you something about those that I just right. Oh, see, thank you. You see, Walmart sells the
Okay.
Tiger teas.
Okay.
Right, because I'm like, I know other people have it in simple
So
places. I get
Walmart
it
actually
in,
got it. Okay.
yeah, because I get it in my supermarket, which is Ozzy's, which is City Fresh, which used to be Associated, which used to be a whole bunch of other supermarkets.
Yeah.
But this though I get from my tea shop where I get my flowers tea. This shit stinks.
Do we? I mean, if it stink, it starts smelling like
I don't like honey. Honey
okay.
stinks.
Okay,
It
got
stinks like honey.
this
Yeah,
don't
I got it.
stink.
I don't like honey.
I love honey. I had some honey today, a lot of honey today. I think that's why I got energy, a lot of good energy.
Yeah, right. I had this today. I
Mm.
had this in the latte.
I bet you that's good though. Do it taste
I don't
anything like mushrooms? Cause I ain't gonna lie. I'm like
no
I love
no.
mushrooms.
It tastes like oatmeal when I'm drinking the mushroom functional latte.
Yeah,
It tastes like I'm eating oatmeal because I have
yeah,
it with pistachio milk,
yeah.
and then it's I'm melting that in. I have it with pistachio, so it's all of this that's in here minus the honey,
Er,
and I lost a lot of weight. Like
See, did you just fart? Excuse me. Wait. See, you want me to just stand by me and poop and then just hide under the table? My bad, y'all.
oh, that's
He didn't cut one
hilarious.
loose. He really did that. It eased out
That's
too.
hilarious.
And
Now
he
I gotta
just
see what this
stood
tastes
there.
like.
Come up here. Say hey. Come on.
Oh,
Come
not
on.
bad.
Come here.
Tastes pretty good.
Come on up.
It just tastes like honey. I don't taste the mushrooms.
What you say? You say you
It just
don't.
tastes like honey. I don't taste the mushroom.
Okay.
I just put a whole blob in my tea.
I ain't gonna lie, I love honey. And it's the best thing. It's so much better than sugar, but I done caught myself putting both of them in the tea, sugar and honey.
I use brown sugar before I use sugar, or no sugar at all because I really can't stand sugar.
Right.
I can't stand it at all. Like
I don't
the
really
other
care
day,
for it either. I done slacked
my
off so much. It's a
um
lot of stuff like that I noticed that I done calmed down. Like my body just don't want it like that no more.
I haven't tried mugwort, and I always see it all the time, and I want to try it.
Mugwort
I
tea is
see.
really good. I don't know what it is about mugwort tea,
Ooh,
but it's good.
she said it took her on a couple. Girl, I need to get me some mugwort. I need to be. I want to see what them chips.
I didn't know it
I
did
had.
that. Maybe I was on one
I
of
didn't know that either.
Cause I ain't gonna lie,
Listen,
I done had it for real, but I didn't know it did that. And I done drunk the
so
shit out of mugwort tea, but maybe I was high already on weed or something.
maybe and you didn't even know. So I've never done ecstasy, Molly, or mushrooms
Hmm.
until I hit 19. I mean, until I hit 50.
And then you just went to town. I'ma try this.
Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So let's talk
I
about the
said,
experience.
I said,
Let's go.
I said, first of all, nothing, nothing.
What you mean, nothing?
Absolutely freaking nothing. You know how, okay, so let's talk about the E first. First of
So
all, let's talk about the conversation that led to the E in the first place. I was talking to a friend of mine, a homegirl,
yeah.
and I said to her, I've never tried E. And she goes, oh, I should get her some. I said, bitch, what for? The fuck for?
Hell
I said,
no.
I need to do E with you. I already know what it's supposed to do. I don't want to do it with you
Right.
for.
But you know it do
The
certain
fuck?
things. It depend on your mood. It really just enhance the shit out of it. So if you on that type of wave, yeah, no.
She's on that type of wave. I
Oh,
wasn't
gotcha.
trusting her ass with me, knowing that
Gotcha.
you flipped off waves. And I'm like, no, boo, boo, I don't see you like that. You get on my nerves. I don't like you like that.
Right. I know.
I don't like you like that. Mm. So
That's funny.
after that conversation, I had another friend of mine. He was like, hey, I have some. I said, okay, cool. So he gave me one. And the person that I was with,
Mhm.
and he took it.
Yeah.
He got fucked up.
I
I just sit
used
there
to
and
take them on
babysit.
weekends alone, like
I had
way
to babysit. God wouldn't let me get high. I had to babysit. I was sitting there like, really? I said, so
so
what do
it
you
don't
think?
so
He's
so
like,
it so stuff like that don't affect you. You already naturally own it. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
I've been high my whole damn life.
Like
When I was
like
in high school, my friend told me you can't smoke weed because you be too fucking high already. I said, bitch, fuck up. Let me smoke. He's like, no,
see
no, you can't have none of this. Vicky, I wish you want to say
when I say
Vicky.
he wants the attention so bad on him and crazy, so I'm gonna go and give it to him. Cause
Hi, baby. Hi, Vicky, baby. If I was there, I would give you the doggy massage. I know you know about my doggy massage. I know. That's why you're trying to get to the phone. I know you know. Yeah. Yeah, they all know when they see me in the street. Their owners be bugging out their owners. They're people. They're humans.
what you chewing on? What is that? What is that? What is
Looks
that?
like a wire.
Give it
Mm.
to me.
That's some,
Give
that's
it
some
to me.
good teeth.
What you got? What you got? He got my ponytail holder. I just took off. Okay,
Oh,
I ain't worried about that.
Scrunchy, be right back.
Yeah, he always do that. No, he keep on. Zeke, I think you do. You got gas? Is my question. I think he got gas, man.
Oh, that's funny. You said gas. Hold on. Because that's what I'm looking for right now.
Hmm.
And it ain't the kind that comes out your ass. Got it. Got it. So the tea shop that I go to is a CBD shop.
You said
So
CBD.
I'm all about, yeah, so I'm all about the healing.
Do you gotta go outside and poop or something? But he really did that not too long after. But he
Earlier, right?
I don't think he got it. When we was on live, he went out there and pooped. I don't, there was a couple of hours ago, but I don't
That
think
face? I don't know. I made a couple of them. Wait, was it way back home when I said that one?
I don't know. Well, both of y'all over here farting and shit. Y'all need to chill. y'all, need to chill. Y'all need to let it go. Cause y'all about to do me one TKO and this bitch taking me there.
We gotta put 18 and over only on this.
Really?
Yeah.
No, what is that? Oh, that's gas. You over there making you a concoction. You this is that's that's like a hot concoction you over there on over there. Give me some. Now let me quit.
And it's a sativa, so it don't put me down. I be like, I don't know how to stay still.
I ain't gonna lie about sometimes I about wish I still got down and smoke. I ain't gonna front, but
Listen, I'm
I
trying to
know
stop.
you can make tinctures. Them easy to make too.
Yes, it
I
is,
used to
and
make
and
tinctures.
I'd rather do that than smoke. The smoke messes up my chest.
Hey, and believe it or not, that it's some of the best ways to make it. I make it. I used to make mine with tequila.
See, listen, I used to smoke mine with tequila in the bar.
See, like okay, so we on the same motherfucking wave. We here. Anyone of y'all gotta be here with us too.
That's right. Y'all gotta join. Come on, get on
No,
here, get
yeah, that's
on
what
here.
G. I did want you to try though because I do. You don't got to show your face. I'm totally fine. And you really, I know how
And
you.
it's okay. Right. She said she feels better that the cinnamon worked. So come on, we want to hear you. Come on, come on, come on. Let's
Yeah.
see
So
you
I mean, yeah, I want to see how this all work. My goal is let's
with us
get.
together. Yeah, I love it.
I bet you if Z can go live on his own, he would.
Because we'd
I
all be following.
I probably log into my other account, let him like let him just
Right?
go on there on his own, walk back and forth, put it on the bed and let him move. What he like? Who? I'm excited. He's so excited. Move, quit. Come on, G, give it a try. But I would say that look good. Shit, I ain't gonna even lie. You doing the most. Drink, cheers, man. Drink one for me.
I,
Goddamn,
I
I'm
got
going
some
to get
more.
my dry ass tea now.
I
Hold
got
on.
some more. I'll send you a cup.
I got some dry ass tea compared to your tea. Like I got, compared to your tea. My tea dry as fuck, man. Look, that's it. That's
Well,
all I got.
well, that's all right. That's all right. Throwing some cinnamon, throwing a little cayenne. Ooh, cayenne. Hold on. Ooh, cayenne.
Ain't this
Where's
cayenne
my
pepper?
cayenne?
Hold on, I know.
Yes, it looks like it.
You can't eat a lot of it.
No, just a pinch. You don't need to put a lot. And all it is to speed up your metabolism, to spark the healing process.
My metabolism already doing good. I don't probably need it.
So is mine.
All right, but this is
I told you we on. We, I feel you. I can't stand being sick either. I hate being sick. You can't do nothing being sick.
I should have made a hot toddy and just called it a day. Honestly.
Hey, that's okay.
Right.
No, I don't have liquor. I have,
That's what I'm saying.
uh,
You got the liquor too.
yeah.
If I would have thought about it, it would have been something. But no, fuck that. It's too cold. I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna walk nowhere. No. Only finna
Listen,
walk to the store to
I
take.
went to the store earlier while the sun was out, and that was too much. Okay.
Yo, I'm finna have to take him
Would you like
outside.
to my little
This food,
concoction,
this
cayenne
food is
pepper and honey?
like I know
Ah, no,
tomorrow.
it's not. I
I
don't
think
think it's too late for that.
so. I'm finna walk him out one more time. Y'all come with me. We gonna see. But no, I'm
I think
100%.
you still do it, GD. GD. Why am I calling you GD? G Les. I think you can still do it. I don't think it's too
I
late.
think I did hit her with the GG too. I think she liked that.
I know, right? You did me right. It just came out naturally.
Y'all, I'm gonna be right back. I'm finna take him out to see if he got a poop because he keep pooping and I can't deal with this shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
I'll be right back. You got a potty?
I think you can still do it because that's what I was putting into my tea. I was putting the cayenne in my tea, and I think that helped get it out my chest faster. It speeds up your metabolism, so it'll probably help take it out faster. Come on, hold on. Hey, That happened to me too, though. I was getting sick too, which is why I had stopped smoking for a little bit. Like a couple of days, I stopped smoking. I don't know how many days, but I allowed my chest to clear up. And no, I got sick too. No, no, I got the eye. I knew it was you. I knew it was I, not you. Auto incorrect box. They be playing all the time. They want us to look like we crazy and confused, but it's okay. It can't work. We know what we're saying. You know what we're saying. We all know what we're saying. Cheers. Where's everybody's tea? Ebony, I know you out there. I saw you when I came in. There you go. Ebony. I hear myself in my headphones. Nathan. I'm just scrolling. Oh yeah, I'm not going that far back because I already saw the beginning. Cool. Mine is a D. My maiden name. D. Oh, let me show you what I was doing earlier when I was talking to y'all when you were doing the thing. Oh, it looks so fly on camera. Oh my gosh. I was painting this with my grandson. It was just a little plaster. And then after we finished painting it, he dropped them. So I had to glue this tail piece back on and this little piece back on. They're made of plaster. And then this one I have to glue later because it fell into like four different pieces. This little sharky here. But and I gotta touch him up. Hold on, here's his fin. Wait, it's backwards. Hold on. I gotta glue this back on. But for right now, this is what he looked like before he fell. See all you see the where there's white here, this whole piece came off. And then this little piece of tail, I gotta find it and put that back on, or just paint it red. I bought these for him for Christmas because he's a shark, whale. He's a sea creature crazy person. He's 5 years old and he's in marine life. Like he's supposed to be a marine biologist when he gets older. I don't care what anybody else says. He's a marine biologist, a tiny one. Thank you. I made some mistakes on this thing, but he's only 5. He wanted it to look exactly like the picture. Let me show you the picture on the box. It doesn't look exactly like the picture, but it's close enough. He's like, we gotta do it the same. So this is the box, and this is this is that one.
My glasses is. I can't see y'all. They foggy looking.
I see.
That shit, girl. That's how cold it is.
Look,
Hold on. And I got the number to put it back.
aw, thank you. He dropped it, so it's his crack. He was like, Grandma. I said, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Grandma will fix it and glue it right back together for you. And this is the red one. Minus his little fin. We'll put his fin back on. I tried my best. He's so funny. He was like, I want it to look exactly. I said, you can paint it any way you want, like just like that. I said, okay, okay, okay. It's your shark. Oh, and this is a joint effort between me and his dad. This is supposed to be a grand, uh, grandmahan, grandmaha, because I thought he was saying grandma, and it's grandmaha. Some sea creature. That is true. That is true. I can. I can just glue it back together. I don't think he'll really pay attention to the fact that he that because you see the line in right there. We painted these together, but that was fun too. That was hilarious. He did the eyes on both sharks. He did the eyes, and then I had to paint around the eyes to clean them up a little bit. But he, when he painted, he was just like this, and it was so funny because I had to not control his stroke. Just be like, you can do it softer. He's like, it's only this big, and he's like this.
All right, I'm here. Shit.
Oh, so this is, I was showing what I was doing earlier when you were on live.
Wait, did you create that?
No, I just painted it.
Oh, that's cool though.
I painted it with my grandson. He was so funny because he was like, Grandma, it has to look exactly like the picture. And I'm like, okay, that's on my way. And this one, so right after we finish them and they're dry and everything, he drops them.
Oh,
So I got to glue this back together.
yeah. But it's okay. It
And
looked
it
good.
is. It is. It was funny. I didn't get mad or nothing. I just looked at him. I was
Yeah.
like, Grandma, come quick. And I looked. I said, you dropped it? He was like, yeah. I said, it broke? He was like, yeah. I said, I don't have to fix it. Don't worry about it.
Right.
So this piece is
The
glued back.
grandma's touch.
You see that line right there?
Mm-hmm.
It's glued back. You see the dot. You can see the
That's
little
just
crack.
gonna make it more special.
That's exactly what G-Led said. That's what she said. So now I just gotta fix the fin on top. But
She
this
so
one,
did. All the more special, ain't that a bit?
this exactly that's the same thing she said. Exactly. Look, this piece broke off. He's glued back on this top piece, and then this little piece down here. But this piece down here. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong piece. This piece broke off.
Got
Not
you.
the glue it
I see
back
it.
on.
You
Yeah.
did good putting it back together though.
Thank you. It was driving me crazy because Gorilla Glue don't work with you well.
Right.
You gotta hold it.
When he
So I was
when he get oh make sure that when he forget about him, you take him and put that shit up in a special place.
listen. My son got jokes. He said one day my son came. I have two. Oldest son came with his wife and my granddaughter, and I said to her because they're right now going between places. But I know that for me that was a sign that big shit is coming. Good big shit.
Yeah.
Because something that's going on with him is really freaking for him. And for me, I'm sitting there looking at him like, oh, but it's okay. Everything's going to work out. And I can't tell you anything that I know other than everything's going to work out. It's going to be so great. And you're not going to be dealing with this anymore. And we're all going to laugh at it later. And I know right now this doesn't sound like the best thing that you want to hear, but guess what? I know.
That's funny.
So he comes with his wife. I forgot what the hell I was going to tell you because that shit's crazy. I know something great is coming. He's stressing out because he's here, she's there. We just moved back here. This is my mom's old apartment. She died in 2021, so I came back here with my son. Um,
I don't know
they
what happened.
had two cameras
Yeah.
called Canary. So they were at the apartment, and when we moved out, I packed up everything and took it with me. They weren't there to pack up their shit. I packed up everybody's shit.
Right.
So I had one of the cameras, and legitimately before they came here, I just looked at it and I was gonna keep it and hook it up here outside, but then because of the situation where they are, they're in separate places. I said, "Yo, where's your canary at?" They said, "At the house. This is in Long Island." I said, "Oh, okay. You want to use the other one for where she's at, my granddaughter, with
Yeah.
her grandmother, her other grandmother. You want to use the other one for where she's at?" She goes, "I don't know where it's at. We lost it in the move." I said, "I have it. It's right there. I have it."
Right. Right. Yeah.
She goes, "You have it." I thought we
Mhm.
lost in the move. I said, "What move? Y'all ain't
Right.
touch shit. How the fuck you losing shit when you ain't touch nothing? I have it." So my other son, the younger one that stays here, comes over and he goes, "Listen, if you're ever missing something, you don't know where it's at, just ask my mother. I know she's
Right.
gonna get mad at you comment, but she got it." I
Right.
looked at him. I said, really, Mister? I said because you're the one that has everything that everybody needs, but you know you have it.
Yeah.
We're both Scorpio.
Enough said. But you know what though? I don't really hear too much about Scorpios being able to keep up with shit. Gotta be honest.
Oh no, I'm very possessive about my stuff. Don't touch my things and don't touch my friends' things and don't touch anybody who I think is my friend thing. 'Cause if you go to put your hand on it, I'm gonna cut it off.
Y'all better
I'm
hear
that
that.
shit. Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't
I'm,
fuck with her.
I'm, I'm that friend. Don't touch my stuff. Listen, I was 10 years old and I was playing dolls with my friend. And another friend got came over and she didn't have dolls, so she was mad and she stuck her hand in our dolls and did this to mess them up.
Yeah. The hell. That's crazy.
I was 10, so I snatched her up, sat on her, and I was doing this and banging her head on concrete steps. I said, I told you not to touch my stuff. And I'm banging her head. Nobody could stop me. Her sister came over and tapped me on the shoulder. Kim, Kim, Kim. I was like, oh,
Fuck you
oh,
want.
oh.
Hmm.
And I got off of her. She's like, stop, stop. I'm like, okay. Mind you, what made me do it worse is that she was laughing while I was banging her head on the ground. That was the devil. I know, but he, yeah.
You and
Hmm.
G, yeah, you and G kind of starting to sound alike. I ain't no use in you saying well damn. Ain't no use in you saying well damn. You would do it too. The hell? She would do it like while she playing. She knows she'd probably be up there helping you do the shit.
Okay, so one day, another time, I was like 15 and I had a friend who I think she was about 12. We were about the same height.
Yeah.
Again, don't put your hands on me either. I won't touch you. I
Yeah.
won't hurt you. I won't hit you. You could yell at me all you freaking want. But once you put your hands on me, that's a whole nother story. So she hit me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't there anymore. Once she
Yeah,
put
I'm
her
telling
hands on me,
you, after that,
I was gone.
you done left the building and some other demon and came and fucked that shit up. Let me say, I ain't gonna call it the demon, but your other side of you, that dark shit, said, move out the way, sis.
That dark shit went like this.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. Put her in a headlock. Yo, I put her out. No, you know when I found out about this? Remember how I told you I didn't do ecstasy or Molly till I was 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, about the same time. Not
Really?
because I did that, but because I was sitting outside during the pandemic,
Yeah.
pandemic, with a friend of mine, and I said,
Pandemic. I like how you said
thank you.
that.
I said, I said, we were having a conversation about fighting, and I was like, I don't fight.
Hmm.
I don't fight.
Right, Ebony.
I
You
said,
right.
exactly. I was like,
Fucking
I
left
don't
the
fight
building.
because I'm afraid of what I might do to you.
That's one thing. And see, it don't matter. It really don't matter how small or how big you is because even I didn't seen the biggest ones fall. You know, one of the things that I noticed is that when you fucking with, I ain't gonna even just say chosen one, but somebody that's
Right.
really anointed or close to God like that.
Mhm.
The way that shit work through you and just you don't even realize you do that's that, and I think that's why we snap out and kind of go over there and move out the way. Cause I be watching myself do shit that I can't control when I get to that level. It's like a blackout, but I see everything. I can't stop myself.
Oh, I can't see it. I'm gone.
I remember the last time I did that shit. I fell on my knees and broke down crying like God,
Right. Right. Right.
why? I done stopped fighting the person. The whole person got off of their ass and just got on my knees like fuck them.
Listen, the last attempted fight I had, I did the same shit, but this one I'm aware of. This one I know.
Hmm.
Because this one, I went to an adult who said something to my son.
Yeah.
You don't talk to my kids, talk to me.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I said, right, so but I didn't come, I was like, yo, don't talk to my son. I said, hey, hi, can we talk to you for a second? I
Yeah.
said, so if you have a problem with him, come to me, talk to me, let me know, and I will deal with it.
Hmm.
And she swung on me.
Wait, she did what?
She swung. But wait,
Like this?
swung. Yeah, that way. You see how your arm swung? But wait, you know I already knew it was coming.
Huh?
So as she's swinging, I'm going like this.
Right. Right. Shit. You.
And then my arms coming back around her neck
So she done swung you good.
again. And then, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Again, I was there, but I was not there. But I was there. This one I was aware of. And the only reason why I snapped out of this one is because my son, big old 6 foot fucking 6'3"
Hmm.
ass, her daughter came out of nowhere and tried to come. There was, Ebony, I wish I could have think, prayed, and responded. There was no think, pray, and respond. That just, yeah, I was. It was over. It was her. She was connecting, and my face was like, bitch, you ain't touching me. And then it just automatically, like I said, I pop out. God jumps in. I was like, oh. And then I was the talk of the freaking town after that when, yo, you beat her up. You headlocked her. Yo, my son was in the hallway.
Everybody did
He
that shit to
called me
me.
up. He was like, yo,
Yeah.
yo, Kim just beat up, da da da. Da. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Right, cause
Damn.
you ain't amused by that shit, and half the time
No,
it's not. It's really it don't feel good as it seemed like it should feel to do the shit. It really don't.
no, it doesn't. It
Like,
doesn't.
but because I remember a situation like that. It was a girl that for some reason I don't know. Like we had one fight. I was really young. I had to be like 18, probably 18, just turned to 19 at the most. And when I say that girl, like I took up for a play sister that I had because the girl's
Oh,
boyfriend got switched numbers with my little play sister. While
mm-hmm.
it was walking, and then we would hit the block again, and the girlfriend talking about some you trying to talk to my man? They all at the other end of the street. And I was like, nobody care about your man. Like he gave her the number. Don't worry about what he do. She
Right,
check your man. Don't check no number for her.
right.
And they started talking shit, and I just threw my hands up, like, what's up? I let them come all the way down the street and get them. And when she got in my personal space, that was it. I don't even remember. All I knew was that her head was on the ground like this, in the rain, in the concrete. It started raining and everything.
Then
And
we don't know. Rain
but
is
she wanted
power.
a round two because I was about to go swimming like 3 weeks later with my son's father. So I'm walking down the street with him and decide to say, for some odd reason, I was like, "Go, why don't you go through the alley?" And I stay down the street. And let's see who make on some racing shit. I was like, "Let's see who make it to the end of the street first." He took the
Mm-hmm.
alley, and I went down the main street. It was a group of people that I wasn't even paying attention to down the main street. She was standing in the group. And when I came up, when I got to the stop sign, some dude caught my attention. I was like, "Huh?" And when I turned around, she swung, and I did. I was like,
Right,
and then
right,
I didn't know, but I was in defense because I was so confused.
right,
What is going on, dude? I don't know.
right.
And I caught myself talking while I was whooping her ass, like for real. Next thing I know, my baby daddy, because his big ass, he was like a big 6'2" motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I see him. I look up. I'm on top of her on the ground. I look up. He's walking slow as fuck down the street. Like, oh, look what I'm finna have to do. This shit right here. You know, and then he politely come and just pick my ass off and just put me on his shoulder and walk home. I'm like, I was just trying to get to the alley in the street. I don't even know what the fuck she was. He was like, she wanted a round two. We had to go back
Oh,
that way to go get
you're
my
like
son.
around two, bitch. I was sitting on you.
Right.
Oh,
But we
sitting
had to
on
go
you.
back.
That's funny.
We had to go back that way. Tell me why I go back that way. This girl is sitting, but we go down the alley. He don't want me to go down the street no more. He like walk your ass down the alley with me. I'm like,
No.
so we go down the alley, and while we go down, this girl is sitting. in the backyard by herself putting band-aids all over her fucking legs. You know what I'm saying? Just band-aid, band-aid. And I ain't nothing. I looked around at me. I done went swimming and everything. I'm fine. You know, if you go swimming, you gonna feel it a little bit
Right.
because the chlorine gonna kind of get into it before it go numb. So I ain't feel nothing.
It'll
And
clean it out.
so I'm saying like, and that was the talk because I go to work. Hey, ain't you the girl that was whooping? Her name was Deidre. Ain't you the girl that whooped her ass? You walked away scarless. This bitch had 15 goddamn. So what's this on one leg and 12 on the other one? I'm like, but I wasn't even. I don't even know why we was fighting. That's the only thing I could say. I don't even know why we was fighting. But I didn't think about retaliations and. I was young, so I wasn't thinking about get backs and shit like that.
I
People,
wasn't a fighter. I was a peacemaker. I was the one that hated my friends fighting. I didn't want to be out there fighting people. People just kept coming at me. I had a
right?
friend named Charlene who was fighting a girl named Polly at the time. I'm standing there. I got Charlene's dog, her leash on my hand. And Polly turns around and looks at me and goes, "You next." I said, "What is wrong with these people?" She turns around, looks at me and goes, "You next, bitch." And I went like this.
Right? Who fuck?
Who the fuck you talking about? You
Well,
ain't talking to me.
invisible man must be behind me. Cause you it?
Hello. And then she goes to swing on me again. Now I got the dog leash on my hand. I'm like, take your dog. Take your dog. Take your dog. Get your dog on my wrist so I can fuck this bitch up. Please take your dog. Take your dog. She finally gets the dog off me. I don't know what happens. I'm gone. I'm not there.
And when
So
they
I get
say
onto
that
the
dog, I don't know. If my little extra power would have came in, I would have. Next thing you know, that dog would have been flying across the damn thing on the
listen.
clack.
He
With the dog.
he was a German Shepherd. I didn't want the dog to attack her because I was whipping ass. And I didn't want him to get shot for fucking up this bitch.
I know what you mean though. Cause baby don't need to be in the middle of the
No,
bush.
he don't. He don't. And then later on the block, right? She goes, she says she's stupid. She's on about. She goes, "Oh, did you wipe that blood off for you?" And I went, "Yeah, but it wasn't mine. Why you telling people you had a bloody nose, bitch?
Right.
Because it wasn't my blood."
I wouldn't have said shit. I wouldn't even came outside no more that day. I would have just went in the house and watched TV and went to sleep.
No, I was outside all day.
Some
And I would
people
have
just
beat the
need to
bitch
go
up.
take their
Yeah.
L, go to sleep.
She don't. She didn't. You want to know why? Because we were 16 then, and when we were 18 later on down the line, I was walking and going out with my boyfriend, and I had my period.
Ooh. I don't want to. I don't want nobody fucking with me on my period, man. I don't think,
But
man.
she did. So you know what happened? She was following me to the train station. Her and my so-called friend, who was
Yeah.
egging it on, who told her she wanted her to fight me because she thought she was going to beat me up. And here I am again, girl on the floor, me sitting on her, and her arms like this. And I got her like this by the collar, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" Mind you, I'm with my boyfriend. He did not expect none of this. I didn't expect none of
Right.
this. I'm with my
Right.
boyfriend, and I got her like this. I swear it was one of them scenes, and my arms just like this. What the fuck is wrong with my arm? And I'm trying to punch this bitch, and it won't go. This bitch, Kim, another Kim,
Yeah.
she's going, "Kim, no, stop. Y'all my friends. No, and don't beat her up.
I would have
And
clucked
don't beat
her ass.
her up." Well, my boyfriend at the time was stopping her, thinking she was going to jump in, not knowing that she was trying to stop me from beating up the girl that she tried to get to beat me up.
Wow.
The irony. I'm
But
like, y'all dumb. Y'all keep picking on me because I'm quiet. What you don't know is I'm not quiet just
that's the
because
problem, and
I'm shy.
people
I'm
should know.
quiet.
That's a good topic to start with because right there, a person's silence and how people tend to treat a person like say for instance, I got my son. My son is so I'm pretty sure he's a little talkative now. He's in the military. He talk, he talk now, but he stay
Mm-hmm.
to himself for the most part. And he'll tell you, I won't speak until I'm spoken to.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he is. I don't speak unless spoken to. That's his
Me
that's
too.
his motto.
Oh, damn.
And
You know what this tastes like?
What you say?
This tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
What do it? It looked like a damn cherry Jolly Rancher.
That's what it tastes like.
That's probably what they be making it out of. 'Cause it looked like that's what it looked like. Facts.
Without the sugar.
Mm. I don't know. I
But
got
go
to
ahead.
limit. Now here's the thing. I want you to tell me about this narcissist
Ah,
because
narcissist. Yes,
what's his
narcissus.
name? Is narcissist or narcissist?
Narcissus is a
Narcissist.
good, is a very attractive person.
Yeah.
That was his name, Narcissus. And he was in love with a beautiful woman, but his beauty was more beautiful than others.
Yeah.
He was a very attractive male. So one day he's so enamored with himself, he falls in love with his own image in a pond in a lake. That's where
I know that.
Narcissus sits.
I
Yes, I know
remember
you
that
do.
story.
I know you do. Yes, it's a very familiar story. It's
Yeah.
just that nobody talks about it. They just talk about narcissists, but they never say where the story comes
What's
from.
from? Fell in love
And
with
it's a
his
great
own fucking image
image.
of himself in the water, the
Loved
reflection.
himself. So that's where the whole narcissist theory comes from. But here's my problem with the narcissist theory.
Yeah.
Narcissus loved himself.
Right.
Narcissists do not.
Right.
They move from an egotistical standpoint when it's just all about me because they don't love themselves.
Right.
So they're trying to find love in everybody. Yeah, he stayed there until he died. He wouldn't move. Right.
Shut the
He
fuck
basically,
up.
yeah, he died staring at himself. That's why it's narcissistic.
He should have known he was
Yeah.
getting ugly, losing weight. Well, he is. He was fat.
No, he was.
Well, he died though, so it
Hold
seemed like he
on.
died. He died, so like it couldn't have been a I don't know, but
Hold on. So he doesn't eat nor sleep because he's so enthralled by his own image that he just dies
so he
staring at
sat
himself.
there and wasted away by the river, by the water. Just he never so into himself, didn't even see him depleting himself.
Did not see anything moving around him, trees, grass, nothing, just his own self.
Rain, sleep, snow. Motherfucker was just sitting there looking at himself. Now, and this is just my way of thinking about this shit because it freeze up, the water turn into ice eventually, or something happen. This motherfucker still
Well,
living.
how many days does it take for us to die from not eating?
Good question, because I wasn't thinking about that. I'm thinking about him being
Hmm.
probably like godlike or some shit like that in his
Mm-mm.
sickness.
No, he died. He's human. He did not eat nor drink water.
So he
3 days
was
and the body gives out for no water. So food you can go longer, but no water.
hold on, I'm finna Google. I want to see something. Because you got me thinking hard about this because if he if he was human, um hold on.
Yeah, that's where the flower comes from. Thank you, G. The narcissus is a flower also, and it bloomed where he died.
There you go. They call it a personality. See, I ain't even look at it as a personality disorder, but that's the first thing I just glanced and saw.
Yeah, that's a narcissistic person. Huh. I mean, that is a disorder if
That's the
you.
flower?
It's also a flower, yes.
But why did it look like a daffodil damn near? No, not a daffodil. What's that
I think
flower
all of these
called?
marigolds with
Marigold. Is it a marigold? The white with the little, because I done seen yellow flowers like that too. Are they all the same? It's a daffodil. It's a the wild daffodil.
because it is a daffodil.
Yeah.
It is a daffodil.
I used to love them flowers, but I ain't never seen a white and
Yeah.
yellow one. I just used to see all they was pure yellow. That's pretty though.
Mhm. I had to look. So you started saying, wait, let me look. I said, oh, it says it right there, daffodil.
In a pool of water. You're right. He was the
Mhm.
son of. I didn't seen that Syphilis or Syphilis or
Cephas, Cephas, Cephas,
P A
Cephas.
S
Mm-hmm.
S U E S.
Cephas. Yeah.
Hold
The
on, she said
original
the
December bird flower. Yes, yes, I read that too. I
so
read that
narcissist
too.
represents. So basically, not saying that a narcissist represents a Capricorn or a Sagittarius, but a narcissist does represent the month of December. In other words,
Yes,
Taurus.
yes.
Okay, and then his hold on, and who is a nymph? Who is the nymph? Who is this nymph? It says in somebody Liri rope. I mean ope. LiriOpe.
To trying to figure out how to do this double thing that I can do on my screen where I double and look at both things.
I don't know. I don't know.
How do I do
I been fucked up everything
my
trying
phone?
to do
It's something I can do on my phone where I could have YouTube and then another box and they're on top of each other. But I'm
right.
gonna do it.
Let me see. Well, it includes. It says Nymph Echo. The Nymph Echo, who was in love with Narcissus but was sparring. In some versions of the story, Narcissus was turned into a flower after he died. The Narcissus is the feature of many works of arts and literature and has been associated with a number of different meanings.
It's
The
11:11.
oh, 11
Make
and
a wish.
right.
Okay, make a wish. It's 11:11. Persian.
I sure made my wish. I mean that shit. I mean God with all my heart. You hear me? All right, facts. Depicted from the works of art, the medieval altar pieces of Salvador Dali.
I love Salvador Dali. I've always, since I was a kid, liked Salvador Dali. His piece of time is the one where the paintings are melting, the clocks are melting. That's
I
Salvador
done
Dali.
seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, real nice. Associated with the New Year in China culture, it symbolized eyes of Islamic art and symbolizes eyes in Islamic art. It's the Eastern cultures. The word daffodil, what?
Old dirty diapers. Paper whites smell like old dirty used pampers.
Baby Pampers. She's silly. She's silly. Y'all slow. I be telling y'all all the time. Unslow it. Stop. She be the wrong one. She be on one. Let me see. The word daffodil has been used in the popular culture in many ways, including the Dutch car companies. Okay, eh. But I'm trying to see who you said. I saw who the you said who the dad was. That person right there that I can't pronounce their name. That
That's all. That's the only name I saw too when I looked at it.
that self is it seemed like I
Mm-hmm.
done said that name before though, but I can't get it out.
I
Like
think it's Cephas.
Cephas,
Cephas. Right.
Cephas.
Cephas sounds familiar.
Because
Yeah.
the us at the end is go
Right.
Cephas. It's
Cephas.
Cephas.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Thank you. Because yeah, that was it. Couldn't get it out. And it says, okay, it says, and Niab and Nip. Who is his mama? Who is the mother of Narcissus? I'm Googling.
That's crazy. I didn't see that either.
It's the nymph. She was a victim of rape by Cephas. Interesting. That's strange. That's strange. Whoa. I don't know why I just got this weird light bulb. because it was, look at how they came to
Ha.
into be. Look
He
at
is
how
a god. He is a god.
so he's a
Ephesus
god.
is a river god. Yeah, he's a demigod.
And
That's
then with,
why.
her, with him being raped, with being a product of rape, that's all. That's like an
The
automatic
yeah,
mental issue or some shit.
which could be why somebody doesn't love themselves. So many levels to the story.
Right, right. It's
Like
almost like I don't know how to get that out. It wouldn't really come out right, but it's almost like shit, like almost like they trying to hide that part of something like that.
I agree that it was diabolical if the teachers knew those flowers stank. I agree.
But to be a product of rape. Excuse me, YouTube, for saying that. To be a product of RP, which no ain't nobody. To be a product.
Grape, grape.
Grape.
The fruit, grape.
To be a product of graping. I like grapes, so that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is. I do too. I know. I know. It doesn't sound great to say grape.
Right. I eat grapes for fun, so that's kind of like fucked up to even compare.
Right, right.
Damn. But what I don't, I know that YouTube try to close us out a lot of things, but that's life.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, why I ain't trying to be funny. Y'all showing all this other shit on YouTube, and then celebrities can get on here and do the most, and they don't say shit. But y'all want us to be following certain guidelines when they not. So what's the difference?
Hmm.
Y'all
The
ain't got following.
difference
So I'm always
is
kind of, I'm about wanting to
we don't
be
have we don't got crazy people following us and promoting an agenda of chaos.
right.
We're not promoting chaos.
Interesting. I
If we
mean,
were
I know
promoting
that that's the
chaos,
case,
they
but
would
that's
allow.
interesting that they playing it, that they really playing that type of part.
Well, they have to do it in a way that we're dumb and ignorant of it because if they did it bold face in our face, everybody would see it. And what they're trying to do right now is put us all back to sleep. And what they know is that we will never go back to sleep.
No, no, yeah,
But
Trump
that's what
said
all of these rituals are.
they all know that. The only thing, I think one of the biggest things they definitely is trying to, why they trying to blow up the shit under the water and all the other shit. I ain't even keeping up with
Hmm.
that shit, but I know they doing it.
Or they stopped. They stopped trying to blow things out of the water because they're gonna wake up Leviathan.
Go on and wake that motherfucker up.
Oh, he's already awake.
Thank you. You remember earlier. I'm so glad you said that. And I don't even know if this got anything to do with a Leviathan or not. It probably don't. But it was a monster. It's a monster. That was another
Hmm.
channel message that I had got. Remember earlier I was talking about the channel messages and like they'll come back to me. There was a sea monster. It was
Kayani mere kitty, kitty. Grandma Ha is a sea monster. My
interesting.
grandson has been having nightmares about the Grandma Ha.
I listened to them babies before I listened to them grown ups. I'm just saying.
I always
I'm
listen to the
saying.
baby.
I pay attention
Listen,
to them kids and them elders. I pay close attention.
he's been having nightmares too. Oh, they are real. We are them, by the way, G. We are the aliens. We are the stars. We come from the stars and we are the stars. The only thing is they played so many games and they're trying to make us seem like we're the evil, but we're not. The idiots are. The ones trying to control everything that can't control a daggone thing we do. You know, everyone's okay, so I'm completely and fully tapped in, have been. I've been since I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
I had a conversation after my mother passed away with one of her cousins, because that bitch ain't related to me. And she made a comment that irked me, but not irked me in a way that was 100%. It irked me in the point of I was talking to her about something. She said, "Yeah, we always wondered about you. We always knew something about you.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, bitch, well, why didn't y'all say something? Why didn't y'all do something to, promote rather than, but I don't know why. I was always an attentive kid, and I remember them saying that my grandmother was the black sheep of the family.
Right.
And my grandmother was the great grandmother. Her mother was a very mean lady. Like, she wasn't nice at all. Then, when my mom died, my mom's friend proceeded to tell me that my grandmother was not nice about any of her grandkids. I'm freaking confused because the way she's telling me all these things, like about my grandmother, she's like, I really can't stand your grandmother because she was not a nice lady and da da da. She could, the way she treated all the grandkids and this and that. And I was like, that's not the lady I know. I
Yeah.
don't know what kind of crazy stuff you were trying to do to make me feel some kind of way about my grandmother, but there are things that were true, like my grandmother and my mother were fighting over me when I was a baby, over who should raise me. Um,
Why? I'm sorry to be so curious about that, but that's a curious question. Why that part? Well, who should raise you?
my mom was 19 when she had me,
Got you.
and that's hilarious. So she said, "You see Gillette?" She said her
What
mom
he
said
said,
they
hey.
said like her mom would say she would say, "You people are so dense." That feels like stuff I would probably say to people, like, but I was always dancing and singing. I was always dancing and singing. But I think I was also tapping into my great grandmother because by the time I was born, she was dead. And my great grandfather used to call me Funny Face. Funny Face. He used to call me Funny Face, which is a very weird.
Yeah. Like
I mean, I
nickname.
know you, and
Yeah.
I know you have, right, we human. That's right. I told you we ain't from here. He used to call me Funny Face, and I never questioned it. I always knew it. He died when I was 13 years old, which is crazy because it keeps talking about 1983, and I was 13. That's when he passed. Um, like a lot of messages and stuff, and it all pieces everything together. My grandfather used to call me Funny Face. Um, I, they said, looked like my grandmother's younger sister who died when she was 18 because you're not human.
Let me. I can't. I
You
can't
know what
see
I
things
mean?
that my mom would
I
say.
think,
You hear my also I would feel. Gee, where your mama at? Tell your mama I said hey.
oh, that's hilarious.
Because
Every time I keep reading her sentences, I start cracking up, and I'm sitting here reading her thing and listening at the same time, and I keep cracking up. I just
right,
threw one of
it's
those
hard.
things.
It's hard to stay focused watching G. She something else for real. She is something else. But she need to stick around because she's the jokester, man. She a damn fool.
She contacts aliens, by the way. Cool. That's how she had you.
Right. And had her little one on one and ain't
That's
told
right.
nobody.
Hello.
Tell your mama we know her secrets. Yeah. You hear me? You tell your mama we know what she been doing up them stairs. Up them stairs. She didn't get invaded and stuff. She left for on purpose. She knew what she was
She's like,
doing.
I'm out of here.
That's why you want to go home so
I'm
bad, G.
out of here.
You phone home my ass.
Oh, I loved E.T. That was one of my favorite movies. Oh, so there's a lot of things about my life, right, that are crazy. Right, weird shit. Um, my grandmother took me to Florida one time, and this is a story I never told anybody because I went into I had a session with someone, and she said your grandmother said to look out the window, which
Yeah,
was weird because this was on the phone, and my grandmother's already dead. This was after my mom passed away, 2021. And she said your
yeah.
grandmother said to look out the window. I had already had an image of fire surrounding me, so I was thinking the witch trials. I was like, oh, my past life in the witch trials. No. When I was 6 years old, nope, I was five. June 1976, I was still 5 years old. My grandmother took me to Disney World or Land, whichever one's in Florida. And
Disney
we
World.
got, okay, so we went to Disney World and the bus parked in the wrong lot. He was supposed to be in 101, but he parked in 100 because when we parked, a bus was in our lot.
It just made me exhausted. That let me know y'all had a long ass day that day. Just the parking
Remember, this is
alone.
right. And that was when we first got in there.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first thing. Now, I'm 5 years old, and I remembered what the bus driver said. So we all went, had our day, took pictures with Mickey Mouse, came back. That bitch got my pictures. I need to punch that bitch in her face. Let's get back to the story. Um, took pictures with Mickey Mouse. We go to get back to the bus. My
Yeah.
grandmother proceeds to take me onto the wrong bus. I said, Grandma, that's not the right bus. Shh, be quiet, child. Grandma, that's not the right bus. Remember, when we got here, he said you're parking in the wrong spot. She said, child, be quiet. I'm five. Let me shut the fuck up. We get on the bus. We're on the wrong bus. I black out from the point of being on the wrong bus to getting back to our hotel. The only part of getting back to that hotel I remember from being on the wrong bus to being back at the hotel, my grandmother carrying me in and me being like this, and I see the clock and it's midnight. We left the park at 8 p.m.
What happened to you? Did you get it?
Ku
Did you
Klux
get abducted?
Klan.
Huh?
Ku Klux Klan.
Shut the fuck up.
See my color?
Yeah.
Grandma's between me and you.
Yeah. Got you.
We're in Florida. We get
Right.
on the wrong bus of white people. So they surrounded the bus. But I was on the bus, and that's a problem for them.
Yeah.
I I think the movie Firestarter is about me.
I know that's right. Lord have mercy. It would have been some fighting motherfuckers that night.
hmm Because I phased, and it's not the first time I phased. I phased, and I lit their roads on fire.
I know that. I don't know. It's kind of fucked up, but God, I would have did this shit too, probably. I mean,
And then after that, they did whatever they did. I don't remember the rest of it exactly. Because first of all, they were gonna do something to my grandmother. Now, right, exactly. They were gonna do something to my grandmother. And I'm like I said, what did we just discuss at the beginning of this? Don't touch my people, my
right.
stuff, my people stuff, people I love. I'm defensive.
Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio.
Don't touch. And yeah, so I protected my grandmother, but it's crazy because I can only remember it in bits and pieces.
Because it ain't meant for you to remember everything because it wasn't you really doing the shit.
Nope. No, it was the Lord.
I've learned. I had to learn that shit over time. When we had those type of moments, that's because it ain't just us doing it. It ain't something that embodied us for 3.5 seconds. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
is, and that's where that inner strength be coming from. I think even sometimes that's where mother strength kind of tinkers out
Right.
of. I think that
Right.
like our higher self or something
Right.
out of us just because you're fucking with our seeds. That's
It's
it's
the
like
gods in us.
yeah.
The God in us. Mm-hmm.
I can't really speak for the mothers that
Don't have kids.
and put them to the wayside type shit
Mm-hmm.
too.
Right. Right.
Cause
Yeah.
I done seen
Yeah.
people without kids that love babies. Yeah, like
I
some
can't
of the
have.
people
Yep.
that babies are attracted to coming to, they can't even have
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Mm-mm.
Like that. You
My
was blessed, girl.
granddaughter.
You went through it. Yeah, with that
My
right there, that was a hell of
yeah.
a situation.
And that was at 5.
And your
At
ass fell
7,
shit on
at
5.
7, I almost drowned.
Yeah. I almost drowned at 5 and
Oh,
8
okay.
and 11.
Okay. Okay.
But that was because they was trying to make me drown.
Yeah, I think so too with me too. But mine was an accidental occurrence, but the mystical side of all the spiritual shit that we didn't know what was going on while we were living our lives is really
Yeah.
annoying. That's really annoying. I see
Yeah.
that. I see that. I'm coming to realize, G, that there's a lot of things that have happened that we have created. Let's say that. I was
Yep.
going to use a different word, but I like the creation word better. Yeah, by speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Till I've also burned my house down with a few spoken
That,
words
that
of
that's
frustration. Yeah.
exactly
And
that's
it's not
exactly
even that.
exactly.
When I say
Look,
the electronics be doing the most. When I say the weather are changing,
damn.
what else be happening? I didn't
My damn was here next line, G. Look what she wrote.
shit, I hung myself before being born. What? Gene, you need to come up here and talk.
Right?
Quit playing.
That's what I thought. Four
I had to, but
times.
okay. Okay.
Damn.
That's how my sister, that's how my twin didn't cross over.
Oh, I'm a twin,
Are you?
but I'm a
First you said
chimera. Chimera.
who?
Chimera.
Chimera.
One is born, one is not.
Huh. That's how, what does that mean?
I ate them in the womb.
I didn't eat my
Right. No, no. Well,
yeah.
it's not that they eat them, but that's what they call it. I hate the way they say that, but that's the way they phrase it. It's
Please
that
fuck me up.
the two. I was supposed to be a twin. It was supposed to be a boy, boy girl. I guess.
Do you know if you were second or first?
I know he sacrificed himself for me to be born.
I think that's what my sister. I ain't gonna say she did that, but I know a deeper story about. You know what I'm saying? Like I done been fed
Right.
the magical story behind
Mine
what
too,
my
because
sister's name.
we were
I was
under
the
attack.
second born twin. I was the one that they cut out because how she came out dead. So they cut. Excuse me,
Mm,
twin, for talking like that because they don't like they don't like that dead shit. They don't
right.
care. But
Right.
she she actually apparently it's her duty to be on the other side.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Mine too. My brother's too. Which
yeah,
is he said the same thing. He sacrificed himself for me to be born because we have a mission out here.
right, right. So I
So
always
then,
high five because it's like
yeah,
for real. It's for real shit. But nobody
right.
else understand that because my story behind that is extremely deep, and
So
people,
G Les, basically what you're saying is that you're RH negative like me.
I'm gonna be honest. I for a long time, I don't know my blood type. I don't
No,
even know if I don't even know if my birth
she has to
certificate
get a
is.
shot too.
I don't
RH
even know if my
negative.
birth certificate is accurate
Did you have
because,
to get injections before your babies?
huh?
Did you have to get injections before your babies?
What you mean, like just
A shot.
shots?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, you're RH negative.
What did that mean? Hold
It's
on.
not your
I know
blood
what
type.
RH negative mean, but what's up with the shot? What the fuck?
That is okay. See what she said? Our body attacks our babies because they think that it has to do with the ROGAM, where ROGAM
But see, look, and that's
technically,
my son. But see, and I don't even. That's crazy. I don't even know my fucking son blood type. But he came out of me with no problem. I was having complications throughout my whole pregnancy with my daughter.
yes, yes, yes. My first son, I had to
I
go
ain't even pushed to
to,
let his ass out. He just fell out of me like
I had to
fuck
get
it,
a
like I had a loose
sonogram.
coochie or something. I ain't had no
I
loose
got a
coochie. It's true.
I had the sonogram every week in my last couple of trimesters because my amniotic fluid was leaking somehow, but it wasn't leaking. I don't know. Either which way, they kept saying my amniotic fluid
Yeah,
because I wasn't
probably. I was looking at what Ebony said. You probably
right.
right.
I did too. Yeah, I thought that before too. Especially since sometimes she be posting stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody just had me do shit random. I be so random with shit. But I'm kind of fucked up about what y'all saying because I honestly and look that's a huge thing with me. I don't want to put my birth certificate on here, but I really can show proof right now. It's some shit on my birth certificate making it out like my shit is over 100 years old. Like real shit. The date on my birth certificate is 19 fucking 23.
You want to know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
So on Facebook, I'm over 100 years old.
What the fuck?
When I signed up for my Facebook account, I didn't want nobody to know who the fuck I was or how old I was. So I put whatever the oldest date was on Facebook.
So fucking like, why is she on Facebook? Sit her
Right?
ass.
Right? That's why I couldn't get no friends.
Sit your sit your old ass down somewhere.
She like she can't get no friends because she should be dead.
You over it. We don't want to be the shit. I say the mother, hey, that's the wisest motherfucker on here on Facebook, bitch. I ain't finished to add her. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck that. That's crazy though. But that's weird though. And not only that, but my birth certificate also it doesn't speak about my sister at all. It's almost like
Mm,
it's kind of fictitious. And then another thing is for a long time my mama's name had the father that's not my father
okay, right.
had his
Okay,
last name attached to it
okay.
all these years, and finally, the birth certificate that I got to flee town because I like they my birth certificates kept coming up missing out of nowhere. I think my ex husband was hiding them from me, stealing them. Or what the fuck? Literally, I even went and got two of them, and then came back, and they was gone the next day. I had to drive back into the state and get two more. Real shit. It just disappeared, and I'm like, and then even my DDC records about my me finding out about who my real father was up and disappeared. All that shit just
Did
vanished.
this happen in 2021?
This happened in that right there, 2021. 2021 is when I fled.
Okay,
2021 is when
good.
I fled. When that when yeah. So that was when the birth certificates kept yeah. Matter of fact, yes. And then what? But so, look, when I got that last birth certificate, I looked at it and my mama had a maiden name on it, and I was like, this ain't right. I was like, what the fuck? Because all the other birth certificates she had his last name. And I'm like, who? How did it change all of a sudden to her name? And it was like his name wasn't on it, no, like nowhere. Which his name was never on my birth certificate because that's when I started finding out the truth. When I asked him why your name ain't on, and I started eventually finding out. And eventually, I found out he wasn't my real father. But I was like, why is your name not on my birth certificate? He was like, it's just a piece of paper. Angel, that's just a piece of paper. That don't mean shit. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so, but why your name ain't on it? I was like, you my daddy. Her name on it, right? But I didn't know he wasn't my dad. You know what I'm saying? But they got it where it don't show my sister. It make it look, I was born 2 months early. I was supposed to be a September baby. I was born two
Hmm.
months early because of the complications. And he said I used to fit in a baby shoebox. I was small enough to fit
Mm.
in a baby shoebox when I was born. And
I was
and
11 days early.
man, he said that you was 11 days early.
My mom fell in a snowstorm in a blizzard and went into
Wow.
labor.
Wow. Yo shit, goddamn. And see, so we all had these complicated births. So cause I was born blind. Now I'm sitting here with the goddamn
Mm.
cycle ass focus on looking like, but
I had a heart murmur,
ain't that a bitch?
and I
So
was never took medicine or anything for it. I used to have to go to the
right.
doctor all the time to get checked out, right? And then when I was 16, it supposedly disappeared.
Yeah. What they did was they make it look like I was the only baby born. It was
Oh
a
shit!
nephew.
Damn, he left. We are all definitely
He was
one.
born dead. Well, damn. This motherfucker came out like and got back up. Lazarus in this motherfucker. Lazarine, call her Lazarine today. So basically, we all really going through these different types of changes and shit. Then, like for real.
Yep.
And
It's,
but here's my
yep.
thing. I used to wonder why did they hide it? Why they and they still won't tell me shit much about like so I just don't talk. I don't ask questions. The hospital I was born in went up in flames in Benton,
My house was a
Arkansas.
men's shelter.
Huh?
The hospital I was born in is a men's shelter.
A men's shelter? Peep game. I think mine was a mental.
They had a mental area, and it was Greenpoint Hospital.
I don't know. I don't know why she. If you know if that was the case, I don't know why. Why is it a? But that's the stories. I'm not really sure because the hospital burned down and my records are gone. And but
Right.
I was like, I was like, so I'm just not up. I mean, I understand sovereignness or whatnot, but so I'm just, what am I then here though? Because at this point, and officially at this point, I don't even have a last name, even though I do. It's not my official last name. It's my marriage name. I'm divorced. I just ain't changed it yet. But I have
Hmm.
no last name to go back to.
That's crazy. I do. It's Ford.
Ford,
That's
like,
not my maiden name. Ford is if Ford is not my maiden name. Ford is my grandmother's maiden name,
yeah,
and I want to know where did that come
come
from?
from. Hmm. This is some
Cause
interesting stuff.
that's my grandmother's maiden name, and she's not. Listen, my family did not come over on no fucking boat. We started here,
Right.
so one day I was walking and this guy tried to do magic on me. He thinks I don't know what
Can't
he
do
was
that.
doing.
Spank me.
He kept trying
Hold
to
on,
touch
wait.
me. I
Pause.
saw that. I saw that. I
Right.
saw that.
Nurse
I know. I saw that.
spank me. Hell,
I read
pause.
that
I started
already.
crying, and that nurse has never seen. Was
Oh shit!
I'm over you, G. I ain't never getting
So
close to you,
it was
and
an
I ain't
angel.
scared of you. I ain't
It was
scared
an
of you,
angel.
huh?
It was an angel who slapped her.
All I know is that I ain't gonna never get that close to G like that. G, you ain't finna all of a sudden I pop up dead some goddamn where and don't know why. I'm coming back and hunting the shit out of you. Shit.
I, I told
Motherfucker
someone
go
I knew.
you go it seems like you gonna accidentally pee on her toilet, you gonna pop up dead in this motherfucker. I
I
cannot.
told that you said that, and you reminded me. I told somebody I knew one time who pulled a gun on me. When you shoot me, you better make sure you kill me because if you don't, I'm gonna
Right,
come back and get you.
right.
So you
That's
better make
facts
sure
though.
I'm dead. Oh, he just looked at me like I was crazy and he said, "Yeah, don't pull a gun out on me. Please don't."
That was
That
evil.
don't
That
look.
was an evil
Yeah,
smirk.
I
I
know.
felt
That's what
that.
I just. I know. I felt that. I was like, wait a minute. They can see me.
Yeah, you did that shit. You did that one. That's funny.
I think that's the same face I made. The same face I made before when G Les asked me what was that face because I made a comment and I said when I was with.
That was a stanky face. That was the face. Like I don't know. I don't even want to know if I want to tell y'all who that was. That was weird. Yeah,
Yeah, that face.
that's funny.
Ah, this is
That's
funny.
weird. That's wild though. And that, I ain't gonna lie. That kind of raises more question to some things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another reason why I do. Cause like when I did, like I say, when I went to that DDD center, I might not go to it, but when I talked to them, and when that woman said to me, she slipped up and
Is
said,
that you?
"Well, we've been had your blood work since you were born." So like she slipped up and said that shit,
Mm.
and I was like, "Huh." So it made me start questioning why. What was the point? of holding on to it, and then it started making me ask the questions about like why every time we and until I found a phlebotomist because I was taking phlebotomy, but I stopped.
Okay.
But I wanted to know why do they draw blood every single time you go to the ER and shit like that. But then I got that's when
This
God put
feeling.
yeah, but not even just that. God let me know that they was seeing the progress because it's something about if the progress if whatever the like it's some type of starseed energy that's I'm gonna
Yes.
run with that,
Yes.
but it's something about if it's expand because with some people it depletes instead of expand. It's something about the
We're not we're not those people.
yeah, it's almost like as if a little bit of the gene got in their DNA, but not enough to make it grow.
That's what they wanted. They were
Yeah.
trying to steal and study us and figure out how to create, which is why they keep looking for the God gene. Remember, they keep talking about they found the God gene. They
Right.
found it in us.
They
No, they
can't get
found what they found what they think is the God gene.
right.
They can't duplicate it. It don't even matter if you did find what it is. You can't create it.
Yeah. Ain't no way. And you know that gene activates so much shit in this world. And that's the biggest problem that they
That's
got.
what they don't want. Right. That's what
Yeah.
they don't want.
It
They want
activates
us
we activate kingdoms.
to the
Mhm.
keys. We are the keys.
Mhm.
We are the
Mhm.
keys.
You said
I
Psycho X
don't.
tried to stab me with a long
I,
ass
I read
knife,
that too.
and I
Yeah.
grabbed the blade, and he yanked down so I would get cut. He got scared. I didn't even hit a nick on my hand. Cause your ass is not real. You a whole UFO.
Ooh.
You ain't a UFO.
Damn. Just so you know, every time I make a face or I laugh, I'm laughing at something G Les posted.
I'm over
Gross.
this. Cause years
Look
later
what
he
she wrote
burnt up in
now. Yeah, that part. I just read that. I read that already. Damn. God don't like
you
ugly.
can't you don't need to be fucking with folks, G. You just need to go to your little corner and
God don't like ugly.
but I
Um,
understand that though, because when people fuck with you, they don't realize, and that's what I be trying to tell people in so many ways, in a nice way and everything, because it's so much that we don't have to do. We don't have to fight back like that. We don't have to do that type of shit. We are covered in so many ways. It's when we don't acknowledge certain shit. It's when we acknowledge it and overlook the shit. It's when we get hit with certain shit. Other than that,
Evan, I lied. I lied. I lied, Ebony. You're correct at what you said. I lied. One day, here recently, right? Mom was still around. She didn't pass. She was still around. This was before 2021. I got into an altercation with someone, and a friend of mine who's very holy, like God this, God that, love her to death. She used to smoke, but she quit smoking. Well, that's what they say. When one of God's children cries, everyone has someone. The person who made them cry has to pay. That's the fact. Um,
facts.
so my friend Summer was here, and she's from California, and she's not a rah 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 fuck you up kick your ass kind of person. She's a peaceful person. She's a God person. Like, yeah, God is this and wonderful and does things online or used to. But she was here, and these people came at me. Do you know, but Ebony? I pulled it together. I know. First, I took my bag off and I went to hang it on the gate, and I was about to whip ass. And then I had the thing and I went like this and I did it. I did it, Ebony. I went, I looked at my friend Summer. I put my bag back on my thing. Mind you, these people had like hitting me.
Mm. You still
I said, I,
still no.
they're still swinging on me. And I'm like, then I'm moving just as slow. I went, Summer, let's go. And we went in the house with my mother. If Summer was not there, it wouldn't have been the same. So I must say, Ebony, you're right. I had one moment. I called in the gods and I said, I'm not going to do this. I have to beat up somebody in front of my friend who's not a fighter, and I don't want her to have to be out here fighting people. And she ain't even from New York. She's from California. So I did it. I'm proud of myself. One, don't come back at me anymore.
Right. That's deep.
I just realized that. I do too. I do
Made
too.
me feel bad when something bad happened. Right.
I do
Because here's
too.
the thing about that part. Because that's the prime definition of God making them your footstool. And just because they become your footstool don't mean it's easy to rest your foot on that situation.
That's right.
That shit,
That's right.
if we are the type of people we are, and that's something else that we actually God pays attention to us on too. When He do make them our footstool, He kind of look back at us to see, well, how you feel about it. How do you
Right.
feel about what I just showed you that these people just had to go through on your behalf because they fucking with you, you know? And it don't feel good to watch. I don't like being nowhere around it. I don't like being put in the
Mm-mm.
audience to watch that type of shit. It breaks me down in a way
Right.
because just because you can
Excuse
hurt
me.
me and have no heart for me don't mean I'm like that. My heart is open.
Right.
That shit is
I
not
have
a
a
good feeling.
I got a big heart.
Right. It's not. It ain't never. That's cute. Is you cutting that? Did you? What is you doing? You drew that.
Yes it is.
So that means
And
you
this
just
one
hold on. Oh no, that was an actual. That's nice. Look at the creativity, yo, gang gang.
my my grandson just is like I said, he's a sea creature, and I made the mistake of showing him grandma could draw.
Yeah,
Or
I
that,
think
or that
anybody.
grandma.
Gee, I think anybody who think it's good to watch watch a person who did them in fall. I think that's a test to a
It
degree.
is. It is.
To see how you feel because I don't think it's supposed to feel because nobody's supposed to see hurt like somebody else going through pain because we all
No.
feel pain. So why would you want to see somebody hurt like you don't want to be hurt? You know, and so when people hurt us, like I always say, y'all hear me say it all the time. God don't make no punk ass soldiers. So it's kind of like it's kind of like to test us to see where we at. Like hitting us in the chest and making sure
Hmm.
we don't fall. But y'all still up? Let me punch you in the chest, see if you're gonna still stand type shit. And meanwhile, the person that punched us in the chest, that God allowed to punch us in the chest, they gonna get the whooping because they got tested to see if they was gonna punch us in the first fucking place. And it happened. But that was still a test. Everything is a damn test. That's
I
what
hate
makes
tests.
it is a library. It's a knowledge system. It's a place for
I
knowledge.
I hate tests.
What?
I hate tests.
Me too. And then the funny thing is, every single time I was in school and had to take a test all the way until I left school, got my GED. Every test I done
Hmm.
took, I done had a hoodie on. I be in a hoodie because I need to be secluded. I need to feel isolated.
Like you don't exist. Exactly. Exactly.
I don't like being around people. Y'all already know that though.
I used to be a people person. Now I'm a fuck you person.
I ain't never been a people person, but I know how to network and associate well with people.
I
But
used to love people. Then I found out people ain't what I thought they were.
never love. I don't mean to say it like that. Look, when I was 8 years old, I used to look at that moon. Like, you know how when you driving, like when you riding in the back seat, your mama or daddy driving the car and you look up and you see the moon and it seems like it's riding with you.
Yeah.
I used to watch it like that all the time. I was hooked. That was it kind of was a kid obsession for me. Every time we was in the car, I would look for the moon. And it's like I see it, I would always put my hand on on the window
Right.
and like keep it when if it seemed like it went past my hand or whatever, I would always readjust it. To me, that was my home. I was eight
Right.
years old, like I want to go home. Shit, like I just ain't it, and I didn't know the world to feel like it wasn't my a place for me. So I thought that was strange. And to sit here as an adult and think about like how I used to say shit like that, it's like it make me feel like I ain't supposed to be here. When I used to say that shit, I was snatched out of having to do hellish things or to deal with hellish things. I was young as hell saying that shit. Why? Who say snatched out of heaven to do hellish things? I be around hellish things, like
Nobody. Not a child.
not a child. I don't know shit
Not a
about what I'm
child.
saying. So I don't. I think that we were here definitely in like to be embodied or to do other shit when we in positions like that. And so I got a question. G, you too. You said you're at home. She said, then people think I'm playing hard to get. No, it's for their right. That part.
Right.
Because I already know.
Right.
It was one A not too long ago. It was one dude that kept trying to convince me. This was we was friends, but he tried to low key convince me that it could be more than that. I was like, I ain't trying to even fuck with it because I already know your mind ain't right. And I already know what'll happen to you if you fuck with me and fuck me over. Especially because I know how I'll be good to you type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So for and people don't be believing that shit because they swear they bigger than God half the time, but yet they believe in God, which is weird as fuck to me. I'll just never understand how people, just like I was saying earlier today, how I don't understand how people claim they believe in God, but then don't think God watching them. You claim how are you gonna be selective about this? Like, pick a side, stick with that shit because ain't no way
Right.
in hell you gonna sit here and talk about God and how you believe in God and then go try to fuck people over, go try to hurt somebody, go try to get over on somebody and all the extra shit that you do. But then you turn around and try to get back in the person's face, or you go ask the person for help, or just act like whatever the case. You didn't, God didn't see you do it. Like you just got God just overlooked you out of all the motherfuckers on the planet. You special.
I told this girl one day that because she had to go for surgery, right? I She goes through all kinds of crazy ailments, whatever. And
Mm.
one day I whispered to her, I said, "Do you want to know something?" I said, sometimes when you have body ailments, it's because of the people you hang around with do dark things and it falls on you even if you think you're not doing them. And she looked at me. I was like, yeah, you should watch out who you hang out with. I was talking about someone that she hangs out with, that I know she hangs out with, that I know does shit to people. That Santera. And supposedly one day she was talking to me and she says, "Oh yeah, talking about her kid's dad." She said, "When he gets on my nerves, one day I told him, I said, watch out, I got friends and they'll do black magic on you." I looked at her, I was like, she's like, she's like, she said she didn't say names when she said what she said, but then she said, "I used you in a lot," and I was like, "How you using me, bitch? I don't do black magic." So I went to the baby daddy one day. I grew up with him. I've known him since he was not old enough to know what jerking off was. Um, right. And I don't know her that long. I only know her because of him. Um, and I saw him one day, and I said, I didn't say it with her. I just said, so one day somebody happened to mention to me that, they mentioned to you, be careful because they'll get someone to do black magic on you or whatever. I said, first of all, I said, they said they would get me. I said, first of all, I don't do black magic. Let me just clarify that shit. He's like, huh? I said, yeah, well, someone mentioned it to me that that's what they said to you. And he said, me. He's like, huh? Nobody told me that. I said, okay. Well, just in case anybody ever does tell you anything or whatever, I don't do black magic. I talk to the Most High Creator and I tell him to do it, to handle whatever he got to handle because I don't want to be around these people no more. He's like, okay, yeah, no, nobody ever said that to me. I said, okay. I really asked him as a test. Did you freeze? Oh, oh, mine is plugged in. I was charging because mine was on 19 when we started. It's on 75 now. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing because I keep looking off. So the crack is still noticeable, but yes, I painted it. Because you can still see the lines. No rush. I've been sitting here painting while I was sitting here talking with you. Um, get that charge on. I forgot what I was saying. They want it to be black magic. Yeah, I can see the. No, I can't. The whole screen disappeared. It's just me now, and that side is dark. Like your phone is MIA. I have cards, but I don't need cards. But I have tarot cards. I don't do readings. I read myself. Like, I mean, I don't even read you know what I mean? If I do, I read for my own self. And even then, when I read for my own self, I just sit there and I feel like I'm playing with cards. Because I sit there and I'm talking with spirit or whatever. And I'm like,